I have solved the GOAT debate. That's right. The problem has always been that people have been getting the greatest of all time lists combined or mixed with the best of all times lists. And it turns out these lists are separate. I have done the work. I have separated the GOAT list and the BOAT list. The greatest of all time is not the same as the best of all times, as it turns out. Let's jump into it. Now, what is the greatest achievement that you can possibly get in the NBA? That's right, a NBA championship. So the greatest of all time would mainly center around championships. What else is there to do in order to prove that you're great? Oh, that's accumulate awards, stats, things of that nature. So the best of all times list is based on achievements and stats. Ha! I did it. Now, you might be saying, well, what about people like Robert Horry, who has 7 and stuff like that? Well, there's a such thing called GOAT rules. In order to be one of the greatest of all time, you had to be the Batman or primary focus of your NBA team. So, unfortunately, people like Scottie Pippen would probably not make my GOAT list. Now, I think the GOAT list that I have here is undebatable. However, I think my BOAT list, we can argue about that a little bit. Here we go. Here's my greatest of all time list. Starting from number 10. Number 10, I have Larry Bird with 3 rings. Number 9, I have Stephen Curry with 4 rings. Number 8, I have Shaquille O'Neal with 4 rings. Number 7, I have LeBron James with 4 rings. Number 6, I have Tim Duncan with 5 rings. Number 5, I have Kobe Bryant with 5 rings. Number 4, I have Magic Johnson with 5 rings. Number 3, I have Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with 6 rings. Number 2, I have Michael Jeffrey Jordan with 6 rings. And number 1, I have Bill Russell. That is my, and I believe, the official greatest of all time list that we should all be going by. I don't think that any of these are movable or debatable. I really don't believe so. I could be wrong. Let's talk about it in the comments. Now, let's go to a brand new list that no one's ever said, no one's ever talked about. That is the BOAT list, the best of all times. Oh, this is gonna be fun. I'm ready for this one. All right, let's start off with number 10, Bill Russell. Number 9, Stephen Curry of all time, best of all time. Number 8, Magic Johnson. Number 7, Larry Bird. Number 6, Shaquille O'Neal. Number 5, Tim Duncan. Number 4, Kobe Bean Bryant. Number 3, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Number 2, LeBron James. And number 1, Michael Jeffrey Jordan. That's it, folks. That is the best of all times list. Thank me. Hey, I need everyone that is a part of the NBA community to share this video because I think I've solved it. I mean, I've went through everything. Now, since we've kind of went over the GOAT list and the BOAT list, let's go ahead and dissect this a little bit more and look a little closer. When it comes to the best list, I put all these guys head up. You know, I realized that LeBron James is a stat machine, and he was difficult to beat. Unfortunately, Michael Jeffrey Jordan, which is insane to even say this, is better than LeBron James, even in less seasons. I think all the evidence shows that if you look at all the stats, that's not necessarily connected to longevity. Michael Jackson. Yeah, Michael Jackson is way better than LeBron James. No, Michael Jordan just did so much so fast sooner. And you just can't argue with that. I don't think so. But LeBron James is great, man. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, surprisingly, was really good. I was very surprised when I combined, or I don't know if you know how I did this. I took one player and I can just combine them stat-wise with everybody else on the list, or everybody from the GOAT list. Right? I used the GOAT list to determine what I was going to, or who I was going to consider for my BOAT list. And I took people like Kobe Bryant and just combine them against everybody. And I was very surprised where people landed. It turns out that Kobe was really good. And it's no surprise he was the closest thing to MJ. He's number 4 on my list. Unfortunately, he was not able to capsize LeBron James, which was a freak of nature, or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Tim Duncan was quietly really, really good. You know, you just wouldn't know unless you looked at his stats. And I looked at his stats. He's really freaking good. Shaquille O'Neal was a freak of nature. I don't think people realize how good Shaquille O'Neal was because now he's like a commentator and stuff like that. But Shaquille O'Neal was a dominating force, and his stats show that. I was extremely surprised by this. I had no idea how good Larry Bird was. I thought Larry Bird was okay. He was good at shooting threes. Turns out Larry Legend was really that. And if you think about it, it all makes sense. If you look at how many rings he got, how dominant the Boston Celtics were. Yeah, Larry Legend was all that in the bag of chips. I had him number 7. I kept trying to move him above people like Shaq and Kobe and Tim Duncan, but it just couldn't happen. I was looking at the stats side by side, total points, total this, total that, and Larry just wasn't there. But he was better than Magic, which explains why Larry and Magic had such a big rivalry in the 80s. So yeah, and Magic was way better than Curry. I don't know how people are debating that. Magic has more rings and better stats than Curry, number 9, and then of course Bill Russell, number 10. You could throw other people into number 10, but I'm not going to ever disrespect Bill Russell's legacy. You got the wrong video. I think that he certainly deserves to be in the top 10 just off the championships alone. But you can definitely debate that one. I think number 10 is the most debatable point because he was more defensive. But I think you have to consider defense. If you don't think that defense matters in a basketball game, I don't think you really know basketball. That's my personal opinion. But when it comes to the GOAT list, this one was way more streamlined because you have to start with championships. I just don't see any other way to do the greatest. The greatest of all time is the greatest achievement. And the greatest achievement as far as my mind is concerned is the NBA championship, period. And you can't blame somebody for being born in a certain area because in 60 years, everybody's going to be as big as LeBron James. And they're going to say, oh, well, LeBron James couldn't win championships in this era because everybody's as big as LeBron James. That's bullcrap. LeBron James, his rings still matter. Just like Bill Russell's ring should still matter. It's not Bill Russell's fault that he was born when he was born. His parents had him when they had him. It's about who was alive at that time, who was on the court at that time, and who performed the best. That's why Bill Russell was number 1 as the greatest of all time. I didn't think Kareem was better than Mike. I think Mike is clearly number 2 with 6 rings. Kareem number 3 with 6. So when it came to the 5-ring wearers, it was between Magic, Kobe, Tim. Maybe you can debate these. I think these are potentially debatable, especially when you consider the individual stats of each player. I just think Magic's impact was just undeniable. That's just my personal opinion. All right, but I think number 4 through 6 are actually debatable, especially now looking at the best of all times list. I think number 4 through 6 are debatable. But here's my list. I put 4 Magic, 5 Kobe, 6 Tim Duncan. I think you can debate that because they all have the same number of rings, which means they can kind of do this right here if you want to do that. What do you have Magic, Kobe, and Tim Duncan? I am kind of curious about that. Where would you place them in terms of sequence? I put Magic first, then Kobe, then Tim Duncan. What do you think? I think this is more of a popularity thing, because I don't know that Kobe and Tim necessarily deserve to be below Magic. I don't know. It's hard. That's a tough one. I didn't even realize that was debatable until I looked at the individual stats, by the way. Anyway, what about this one is debatable as well. Number 7 through 9, LeBron James, Shaq, and Curry. I think I got this one right. I think LeBron James is legitimately the best 4-ring holder in NBA history. I think Shaq is a second to that. And I think Curry is the 3rd greatest 4-ring wearer in NBA history. Okay, so that's how I did mine. And then, of course, number 10, I got Larry Legend with 3 rings. So, I don't know, man. I feel like I got this right. What do you think about my GOAT list? What do you think about my BOAT list? Did I get it right? Did I get it wrong? Yeah. All right. I'm going to do this one more time because somebody probably just came in or I don't know. I'm going to do it one more time, y'all, because I'm still trying to funnel through my ideas and thoughts as well. All right, so for my GOAT list, from 10 to 1, Larry Bird, number 10. Stephen Curry, number 9. Shaquille O'Neal, number 8. LeBron James, number 7. Tim Duncan, number 6. Kobe Bryant, number 5. Magic Johnson, number 4. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, number 3. Michael Jordan, number 2. Bill Russell, number 1, as far as my greatest of all times list, which is based off championships because that's the greatest achievement that you can possibly attain in the NBA. That's the greatest achievement. Now, for my BOAT list, the best of all times, which is based solely on records and stats. Here we go. Number 10, Bill Russell. Number 9, Stephen Curry. Number 8, Magic Johnson. Number 7, Larry Bird. Number 6, Shaquille O'Neal. Number 5, Tim Duncan. Number 4, Kobe Bryant. Number 3, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Number 2, LeBron James. And number 1, Michael Jordan. I think I got it, y'all. I think this is as close that it's probably ever been, because we've been arguing about it for a reason, because it's not, we all have different stuff. And I think the only thing that's debatable is my GOAT list from 4 to 6. I think that is debatable. I think I did a really good job on my boat list, though. I think I really did a good job on my boat list. So if you're watching this, you got to this point in the video, what is your boat list and what is your GOAT list? Share it with us. Let's argue about it respectfully in the comment section. But I think my list is really, really good. I think it's close. I think it's about as good as it's going to get. Yeah, I like this one. I like this one. I feel good about this. But until next time, I'll holler at you. Peace.